Desperation Radio! Go!
You know what? I never know what to do after that intro anymore. Like I feel like I kind of blew my load already with that.
You're supposed to go.
Like I did go, but I'm all like, how do I match that energy that I put on tape? Like I can't do that every time.
It's gonna be pretty hard to match the energy of Sheamus as WWE champion. Right?
Oh my
Say about that
God, dude, that was all right. So we all saw it coming. Obviously, we had to be like blind to think that they would let Roman Reigns walk out of Survivor Series under these circumstances with the title.
I thought they were really gonna do it. The thing about it is once they did the nobody turned in the main event and they did the babyface handshake I was like, and of course it ended at what was it, 7:38 or something like that. I was like, they just had a 10-minute match. There's 20 minutes left in this pay-per-view. Oh, here comes some fuckery.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I knew it at that point, but I also felt like with Rollins getting injured, I think they were gonna probably do a back and forth between those two afterwards. And that was ruined with him being injured. So they were like, well, how else can we make this quote-unquote compelling? I know, let's have Sheamus cash in the Money in the Bank about 5 months earlier than he has to. And it was, I mean, nobody wanted it to happen at Survivor Series. I don't think anybody would ever expect this to happen at Survivor Series because it was just like a non-issue. It was like he's already in developmental hell with the briefcase. You have him teamed up with Wade Barrett, who's not doing anything either. There's nothing leading to this. Oh well.
It was pretty bad. The rest of the pay-per-view, it wasn't bad. It just felt like it was Raw. I was just watching Sunday Night Raw.
Yeah, no real shakeups, right?
The first two matches were pretty good, but it's just after that I was like, okay, I mean, we had one Survivor Series match that was fun. It also felt like it probably went way too long in terms of the rest of the show. Either that or they told them to just go out there, stay out there forever because it was 25-something minute Survivor Series match.
Well, I have to feel like the way it ended was with Sheamus getting ditched by the New Day. And they basically not coming back, and they're on Twitter talking about how they're still technically not eliminated, so they're officially pulling the Curtis Axel, but I mean,
Axelmania is going to run wild.
Apparently, Axelmania has now come to the New Day, minus Curtis Axel. So, yeah.
I mean, but I'll say this: the Survivor Series match was fine. Paige and Charlotte didn't have any heat, but it was a fine technical match, and then the first two matches were good. And let's not talk about the Brothers of Destruction and the Wyatt family because it didn't happen, and I'm just going to pretend that Wyatt is going to be shipped off to TNA now.
Don't do that to me, man.
Move over, new stars.
That is literally the only reason why I watch anymore is because of that, and I'm just like, at what point do they give him the torch?
I don't think he's getting it. I think that's really it.
It can't be.
They should have made Kevin Owens win the whole thing. He could have lost it to both the Sheamus, but they should have had Kevin Owens win.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? But then they wouldn't know what to do with him because he's such an overheel that it's just like if he loses it that way, they're going to be a face.
Yeah, but I hate it when there's Money in the Bank and the person who cashes in gets fucked over. That's always the worst.
Well, yeah, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be Sandowed.
Yeah, nobody wants to be Sandow. Or, man... Who was the other guy? Kennedy.
Oh, God.
He never even cashed in. He just lost. I don't even know what happened. I think he got hurt. So.
Just got hurt and went to TNA basically because they weren't going to utilize him anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall, I'd give it a solid, out of 5 stars, I'd give it 3.
I'd go with the complete average. I'd go 2.5.
2.5? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
Yeah, that's the thing is it wasn't technically a bad show. It just wasn't a good show either. Right. It was literally at the halfway point. It was a show, and in 2 months, I will not remember what happened on this show.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if they did that just because they've begun to think of Survivor Series as not one of their big 4 shows. Or big 3, rather. Like, there's no longer, in the same conversation of SummerSlam and WrestleMania, there's no longer Survivor Series. Clearly.
Well, I mean, they've kind of been doing that for a number of years, that they've sort of minimalized Survivor Series because, from what I remember, the reason they stopped doing a lot of the main, like the whole show being Survivor Series matches is that it didn't get good buy rates.
Right, yeah, it was just...
So they started doing the singles matches to try to prop it up, and while the hardcore fans still like the Survivor Series, yours truly included, the average fan doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
And I can't really blame them because it just seems like you're just throwing a bunch of people out.
I mean, that's what you're doing. You just got a ton of people in the ring, and they don't all lose with one pinfall. It's like, you just have to watch. It's KOF with 5 characters.
Basically.
You know?
So
that's hard to watch. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved that shit because you had so many characters that you wanted to see that night, and they just fit them in all in one match.
See, that was the greatest part, and like you could rent it from the video store, and that's a whole night when you're a kid.
Hell yeah!
But I guess kids don't have buying power. Although apparently that's who the WWF pays attention to because John Cena's still on top. So I don't know.
So we just gotta get Devitt in there. He's over with the Jimmies, from what I hear. They love the good guy Venom.
He's got a weird accent. He can't get over. Don't worry.
Jimmy.
He can't cut a decent promo still, I hear. So
he's getting better. He cuts a pretty vanilla babyface. But I mean, he's not bad. He has the look they want. And he's really athletic, and people he merchandises like amazingly already. So
he's got the good guy anti-hero, but not even an anti-hero, still face like somehow.
Yeah, but it's because he's got that edge. That's the thing is that if you notice the guys who got over the most on the entire show, which is probably Ambrose and Owens, those guys still have an edge.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels like everybody else is just kind of formless. And man, Del Rio, God,
holy crap!
That guy came back and is literally going through the motions.
Yeah,
I just don't even think he gives a shit. I'm not seeing anything. I felt like toward the end of their match, him and Roman started to kick it up a gear, and then it was over. And I'm like, damn, you guys just took about 20 minutes taxiing on the runway.
I kind of wonder if his whole angle is some kind of reaction to how he left and all the allegations that were amiss afterwards. With
I sort of wonder that too, to be honest with you.
Because it seems so shoehorned, right? Like Mex America, like what? First of all, that's redundant.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's still America.
It's not like it's some other part of North America or America. It's Central America. Like we already know this. Like why would that even need to be said? And second of all, you put him with Zeb Coulter, who, he's not a bad manager. It's just.
It doesn't make sense. The guy came back to a huge pop, and then they made him a heel immediately. It's like that doesn't really compute,
right? And they made him a heel, but he's a face, trying to be a heel.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it never did. I just think that they brought him back and they're like, okay, here, we're sorry that dude, said some shit to you and you slapped him. And here's like the most racist character we got suddenly just flipping his, a 180 and, people are going to swallow it, right? No, nobody's even buying it.
Yeah.
The most disappointing part was that we didn't get a run-in by ISIS with John Cena as the lead of the guy who turned heel.
We're all on a list now. You have to do this.
Yeah, I'm just muting everybody right now.
Look, I think we've all been on the list for quite some time now. I think now our viewers are also on the list.
Oh,
you guys are all witnesses now, man.
That's awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Together we burn.
We apologize for nothing, everybody.
Especially if you're a sub, then you're real done.
Yeah, that's well. Yeah, Survivor Series.
It happened.
So TLC is next month.
Oh my god, dude!
And I don't even want to see what the card's gonna be like. I hope it's Sheamus versus Roman Reigns in a fella match. They just take turns yelling fella at each other. That'd be great. Or we could do that, like the really bad stereotype shit where they put like a shillelagh on a pole. That would be fabulous too. I think they did that sometimes for Oh, what was his name? Finley. Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be not the worst thing they could do.
Actually, the only interesting thing, it looks like they're going to set up for an actual TLC match for the tag teams. Usos, Lucha Dragons, and New Day. That kind of seems like where they're going. And that...
No Dudleys, really?
I guess not. I mean, they could try to do 4-way, but man, that just sounds like they already have too much of the roster injured. You're really going to have people go out there and do a TLC match?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that action.
I'm trying to make some money over here. You want they like kill everybody in the TLC match and
yeah, exactly.
What was it? Wasn't it? I don't know if it was WrestleMania or not, but there was that one. I think it was WrestleMania where they threw Ambrose onto the fucking ladder and it like broke.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn, that looks so horrible.
Well, he actually was injured for a time after that.
Yeah. And they want to do this again?
Like,
People have all man, I'm trying to think. Most TLC or Money in the Bank matches, somebody ends up at least getting dinged up pretty bad.
Yeah. I think they've transitioned from TLC of like the days of yore where it was just people just dying for 20 minutes to what
It was normally Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, it was normally Jeff Hardy getting killed by everybody in the ring, and they've transitioned to what I like to call Kofi Kingston's TLC, where it's just a bunch of like high-end stunts that are relatively safe, and they're just gonna talk about, man, remember when Kofi Kingston ran across the ladder? And yeah, all right.
Remember when Kofi Kingston was like 5-time tag champion or something like that, and he's like a 2-time Intercontinental champion? No, nobody remembers that? Okay, me neither.
Remembers that. Now he's a unicorn. He's doing better than he ever has in the past, so.
I mean, that's true.
He's doing all right for himself, so that's cool.
But video games.
Video games. Shoot, man. Like, pretty interesting week. We got a new tournament announced for February next year. We got Revelator coming out in spring and American consoles. So
Which is nice.
That's nice. It's nice to have that already set up. You guys down in SoCal got Central Fiction because you got Nesquik, you lucky bastards.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it must be fairly nice. But I want to talk about let's talk about the Revelator release in spring. I mean, we finally have the window for training, I guess, for Evo. People can begin to anticipate learning new characters, and I guess we can anticipate whether or not it'll be a completely different game or not. Like, I wonder if we will get
like the changes.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get the changes, or because like they're bringing out the arcade update, which is like just bug fixes and whatnot. But if you remember with the previous excerpt sign, they basically made it they did the rebalance with the console version. So I wonder if we're going to be getting that again with Revelator, which will be.
I would assume so.
Yeah, that's like a great way to really like just punch it in for like 2016 more or less.
Yeah,
like that's a good way to get a rhythm going.
So with that, like obviously, I'm gonna go with the obvious thing. With Revelator coming to console, are we gonna be seeing more characters once it hits? Maybe not initially, but DLC on the forefront.
Well, I wonder, are we supposed to get like Dizzy before it comes out?
Actually, that's a really good question. I would assume so.
I would hope so, because they've definitely talked about it enough, right?
I mean, yeah, they got the model. The poll ended last month.
Yeah, so we could probably get her as early as beginning of next year. I mean, we'd have to basically. That'd be kind of a dick move if they announce her, like, they did the poll, and they're like, hey, she's going to be an arcade character, and by the way, she's coming out at the same time as like, console version. It's like, what?
She won in the poll, and what that means is that she's going to be in Smash Brothers! Yeah, there's your Arc System Works representation.
Oh, you guys thought you were voting for Guilty Gear Exert characters? Like,
nah, son.
It all just went to the Smash ballot? That's actually what's going on?
It was they actually rigged their own tournament, their own ballot. They're like, hey, they think they're voting for that, but we really just want a character in Smash.
Want that Nintendo money, baby.
What's going to happen is day one patch to Revelator for console. It will include Dizzy and it will buff Elfelt.
Oh baby, I am definitely not learning this game no more.
I don't know. I assume we're going to get console specific. I don't know if Dizzy's of them yet.
I wouldn't see the point in it at this point. But I guess people might be kind of nervous because after she got voted in, they've been really quiet about it, and it's just like, okay,
they're just kind of trying. I think they're trying to figure out what they want to do. If they want to do another patch before console, or if they want to just wait for console.
I mean, the fans obviously would like them to do it before console, so that we can at least watch it and then be excited for her to come out, and knowing that we would probably get 1 or 2 console exclusive characters, which I would probably assume are the runner-ups for the poll.
Maybe, or it could be. I mean, so far for Revelator, we're getting 3 old characters. I would be surprised if we don't get at least 1 new one. Well, I guess we got Jacko. That's true.
That's like the 1 new character, and like I would see that as, technically room to put another new character in the console, or maybe like a new character, but possibly from a Guilty Gear that wasn't like, X storyline. Like maybe we get, Dr. Paradigm or Izuna.
They were on that list, but they didn't
give a vote.
I don't know if they didn't give very many votes.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, like, that could be like a theme that they're setting up where they're just like, hey, we'll throw in like some current characters and technically, and like, and then put in like a completely new character and then 1 OG,
Yeah.
Well, the poll pretty much guaranteed the winner was going to get in
Super FX
next,
said
right?
BRB.
Yeah. Was that what I bet? Does that mean that they're going to use the rest of the results as like a guide to who also should come in sooner or later?
I think they should. I mean, that'd be kind of a waste of time for them to not do that.
Because obviously, I'd imagine they would make a completely new character, or an original character, or even someone kind of based off those Overture characters.
Yeah.
But are we also going to see like? Because the last DLC characters, they were 3 of them were new, right? Or 2 of them, I guess the 2 that
I would
came out.
say like Sin, Elfelt,
Leo.
And
Sin kind of doesn't count.
That's
guess.
what I mean, though. Like Sin doesn't technically count, but he does at the same time. So you could totally make the case for like these Overture characters.
Yeah. I mean, not even just that too, though. But it's like, are we gonna get Dizzy comes back? Original character. We also have Johnny and Jam, obviously. But then, are we gonna see 2 or 3? Characters from Overture or new characters in general?
See, I'm wondering about that too, because that's a lot of characters that come in for a console version. Because technically, we're playing console version.
Oh yeah, there's Jacko too. I always forget.
Like, there's a lot to put on Revelator console version, in addition to what we already had. And the rhythm that they've set up would dictate that they would still put new characters in the console version. And I can't really say that we would be not disappointed to get anything fresh on the console version. Like, I feel like we've waited long enough that they could have developed something by then.
Yeah. I don't know, just going with that, it's just like, they're obviously going to have DLC characters. There's no way that they won't put DLC characters in. Not only does it make too much money, people like it a lot.
Right.
Of course, they'd rather have it from the get-go. But, development takes time, takes a while, takes money.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's interesting because, like, a lot of people have been talking about, Street Fighter V's scheme and how they're going to be implementing characters and stuff like that. And, I mean, it's realistic. It's pretty much what we wanted since Cross Tekken. Nobody wants characters on disc anymore because they feel like they got cheated. And so instead, you will actually develop them to be added in later on. I don't know what kind of issues are going to occur from that. I'm sure there's going to be like some, glitches.
Oh yeah, I already have a dissenting argument. So, I mean, think about it. You don't have it on disc, right?
Right.
But that doesn't mean necessarily that it's not already complete.
Right.
Are we gonna have the situation where it's like, MKX PC version? Every time you patch, you have to download 30 gigabytes every day. Also,
nothing different. Just
yeah. Also, we have all the characters made, but we're just releasing them in a 2-week time frame. They're just not on disc, boys. So basically, it's already done. So we have the data.
So you're saying the free patch will include the data of the DLC characters, but they're still locked, but they're not on disc.
Or something like that. Whoa. I mean, like, they're not on disc. They're done, but they're not on disc. It's okay. They're not on disc, right? That was the problem. The fact that they were on disc. It's okay. You have to download them now. You have to waste your bandwidth to get this. You can't get them immediately.
Now you get to pay Comcast for this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care either way, honestly. Like, when they first started doing this whole DLC character thing, I was just like, this is great. At least we can get new characters that weren't there when I started playing the game. I can't unlock them. I would like to be able to unlock them, but unfortunately, that no longer makes money in this atmosphere, I guess. So, sure, give them to me for $5. Who gives a crap, right?
Yeah. Well, I also kind of like, because when... I don't remember. Weren't the characters free for like a week when they first came out? I always liked that kind of model too.
I don't know if they for Exert.
Yeah, it wasn't Leo and Elf felt like weren't they free for like a week?
It might have been a package deal or something. I don't remember if they were free or not.
I'm pretty sure that Elfelt was offered for free for US for it was a week or two.
I could have sworn Leo was the same because I think I got Leo for free before I even got the game. I'm like, oh crap! I forgot to get Elfelt to add it to my account through the web browser, but I got Leo. Or maybe I bought them. I don't. But
they did that for one of the Persona characters too. Actually, was free for. They've been doing like one character.
I feel like that they should make all the DLC characters free for some period of time, even if it's short, just because it kind of rewards the early installers. It's like, hey, you paid full price for our game. Here you go. People who waited to get the game, sorry, you didn't help us in the get-go, but...
Well, I think it would actually be really cool to sort of do a mixture of that. Like, say, if you have 3 characters, one is free, like, the first couple weeks, and then do, like, the other ones might be free, months down the road.
Yeah, or that maybe you can have something where, like, oh, do you own so-and-so? You get a discount on this character,
Yeah, there could be something like that.
Yeah, there could be incentives, and people will be like, "Ha, I'm so smart. I bought all the characters, and now the rest of them are cheaper."
Dude, what if that would kind of suck if like you know how they have like those pre-order bonuses now, where you get like just random stuff depending on where you pre-order from?
Yeah.
What if they just tie it to that from now on? Like if you pre-ordered from GameStop and you got like DLC, Holy Order Soul, then you get a cheaper version of Paradigm or some crap like that.
I mean,
I really hate retailer exclusives.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
I understand why they do it.
Oh yeah.
But it really pisses like players off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't end up getting all the content.
Oh, you can. You just got to buy the copy like 5 times.
Yeah, because I mean, especially in games like Call of Duty, when that shit comes out, like it's gun skins that you can only get through one retailer, and it's like, oh, come the fuck on.
Yeah,
that
so
kind of stuff.
I really don't want to see that come to fighting game. No,
yeah. So let me put it this way: as time goes on, I kind of care less more about physical goods. Not like physical discs versus a digital or anything like that. I just mean like I'm okay with not having things. But what I think really happened to me was me being shut out by producers. How they're like, "Oh, you wanted this? Well, you got to get this." But then there's this other one. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. I wish I could have both. But I'm not paying $60 for each game for something so minuscule to the point where I don't even care anymore. Your dealer exclusive means nothing to me.
Said this was
I either will get it for the cheapest or just not buy anything at all. Because I have been almost like bullied out of the market. We'd be like, oh, you can't have it all. You got to make a choice, or you can buy it all again.
Like that's what you get for like having taste, I guess.
Yeah, like come on, guys. Though it seems like they kind of are going away from that for now, but more so, it's exclusive for 6 months, and then you can buy the other ones later or whatever. But that was really weird because I don't remember correctly, but didn't Soul Calibur 4 never get like Yoda and Darth Vader on both versions?
Yeah. Well, no, wait. That's hard.
That might have happened. I honestly didn't follow 4 that much because I kind of.
Did they ever get? I want to say that Xbox got the character that was on PS3 but PlayStation never got Yoda or something like that. But I think I'm wrong. So.
Yeah, that was annoying. People didn't like that. It was like Soul Calibur 2 with what was it?
Link, dude,
Spawn,
oh my God.
And Spawn.
Yeah.
So if I remember right, the GameCube version did the best because everyone wanted to fight with Link.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going back to Soul 2.
Yeah. I remember Link being like the hugest selling because nobody gave a crap about Hayachi, and nobody.
Yeah.
And Spawn was kind of on his way out at the time, so.
Well, at the time though, edgy Xbox kids that liked Halo and shit were in there for Spawn.
Well,
He still had.
He's like, yo, Michael J. White, I'm in there.
Yeah, little did they know, Spawn was, only good in the arcades and the Dreamcast game. Those games were dope. But yeah, I totally had the GameCube version. I totally played Link, and Link was like, as far as I remember, he really didn't have too many weaknesses.
It's pretty good, huh? Yeah, projectile too.
Yeah.
Sounds really fair.
I love doing the Pegasus boots run. You just knock them down and then you run, and then it's unblockable, so that they just get pushed out. Oh man,
dude. So what would be the? Let's say they want to keep this retailer exclusive thing going, but they also want to give everybody the option to get everything they want, because we also know that developers, publishers, they love including overly expensive packages that give people everything they could possibly want from a game. They usually call them shit like Founders Packs or something, right?
Yeah.
What would that look like for fighting games? Like you get like the super limited edition Capcom exclusive silver package that gives you every character in Street Fighter V, or in this case Guilty Gear Xrd, plus a new character that isn't even going to be available until like, I don't know, arcade version of Revelator 2.0.
Well, I think what they're going to be doing is say like Street Fighter V. Well, I just think this is going to be the model now, and just release characters in seasons, like how KI is doing.
Yeah.
KI and Mortal Kombat are kind of doing it similarly. Street Fighter V seems like it's going to do it that way, and every year is a new season. So they said six DLC next year, and
Damn.
Ono says they plan to support Street Fighter V for the next 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So just you would go 6 characters a year for 5 years, 30 new characters, maybe more, maybe less. People will buy it. It's going to keep the game alive, or it's going to ruin the game. It just depends on.
I think it's going to do fine. I think
I think it'll do fine, but it just depends on like who you ask. Some people say, "Oh, I don't like this. Too many characters." Come back.
I'm all for the.
Hey, you're gonna just subtweet me? How about you at me, fool?
Oh wow! Look, man, just because King of Fighters, whichever shitty one, has like 80 characters in it, doesn't mean it's unbalanced. The Japanese only use like 5 characters because
King of
those
Fighters.
are cool characters.
Therefore, it is unbalanced. Yes, that's a guarantee.
I mean, there has to be a king, right? The king has to be the best character.
See, right?
So,
See, Chris knows what's up.
Yeah.
No, I think it's cool that they're going to support the game. I feel like by the end of it, there's characters. That's my opinion.
Oh yeah, there will be too many characters, but it's weird. That's what people want. They want characters, and it's not so much the competitive players; it's the casual players that want more characters.
Exactly. This is what the argument I made about that Dragon Ball Z game, where it's just all like people were just mad that, hey, here's a really good Dragon Ball Z fighting game that's actually pretty balanced, but it's got a low number of playable characters versus like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 that's got like 300, and I don't even know how the hell you make sense of that.
Was the balanced one Super DBZ?
Super DBZ was kind of balanced. I don't think it was ever explored enough to really say who was top, but there's EX Butoden, which is I thought that it was going to be super unbalanced, but it actually looks like it's pretty good. I mean, unless you count Super Saiyan Blue Goku, that's just they want your money with that character. That's why it's DLC.
Shit.
But it's just like it's that argument where it's just like, man, there's a decent amount of characters in this game, but there could be more. I feel like there's something missing. I know another character that I probably won't play anyway, but at least he's there, so I can be, content with knowing that, that I played a game with such and such character in it. I don't know. I don't get the mentality behind it.
Yeah. No my asterisk, no buy asterisk. Footnote. Also, Blue Mary, Angel, Vanessa, and any other character that I wanted, and if it's not in there with my perfect roster, I'm not playing.
P.S.
Also,
my Vanessa was ass in every iteration of the game, so I'm not going to play her.
P.P.S. I'm actually buying the game anyway because I'm a huge fanboy, but I'm going to be really angry and post on Dream cancel it.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Oh man. Oh, so speaking of SNK stuff, I guess a lot of people are excited about this Last Blade news, huh? Although I'm not really sure if it's news or not. seems kind of standard issue anyway. So if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been reading, recently SNK, they renewed or they re-upped or whatever. They filed a trademark for Last Blade, which was their trademark to begin with. It could be seen at the first glance as just re-upping a trademark that they own so that nobody else can use it, which is, companies do that all the time. But with SNK's recent, recommittal to making games, this is making people a little excited because they might finally get some kind of re-release of Last Blade, hopefully 2, not 1, or a sequel to one of those games. I think if they're going to do anything with it, they're probably just going to release the PS2 classic on PS4. Especially with PS4 recently announcing that they're going to be semi-backwards compatible with PS2 games.
Yeah.
CVS2's coming back? What?
Yeah, I think this is more so for the older games, like allowing them to remake them with a new name or some shit. Like, yeah, it could lead to something in the future, but it's like how Capcom did with Darkstalkers. Like, hey guys, Darkstalkers is coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. New Darkstalkers game. Darkstalkers.
It's not dead. Okay.
Even I was happy with that though.
Oh no, yeah, that's the thing. Like, people will be happy with this. It's just they're gonna want something new, and I get it, but so something comes of it. Yeah.
Right now, I'm not sure that SNK has it
Be
in
happy
them.
with this.
Like, do you think SNK has that in them right now to like make a game? Because they're already clearly working really hard on KOF 14.
Hard.
Well, you see, that's the thing. They're
Hard.
focusing all of their time, effort, and attention to KOF 14. How are they going to be able?
And God,
to,
it shows.
Yeah, right. And how are they going to be able to put all of that same amount of time, effort, and everything into Last Blade 2 to make it look equally as good? Oh, god damn it, I'm done.
Outsource.
Yeah, this outsource it to Dimps. There you go, done. I'm sorry, outsource it to Arxis. What am I saying? Dimps, Arxis. The majority of the Last Blade people went to Arxis, so just use them. There, done. I'm assuming they're still at Arxis, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, they should. I mean,
I think Daisuke's there, maybe,
Yeah, exactly, right? Daisuke totally needs to finish what he started over there.
Yeah,
I mean, considering the fact that every new version of Guilty Gear BlazBlue has something that vaguely resembles an old SNK concept, I'd say so.
Specifically, Last
I
Blade.
love that so much.
I just keep saying they need to give like Arxis and Dimps access to make these old games, or remake these games, or make the new ones, because they're the ones who made the original ones that people loved, and then when they brought in the new people, like in the mid to late 2000s, everyone bitched and whined about how bad the games are because hey, it's not the same people making it anymore. Then give it back to the same people who
Seriously, they're not doing anything right now. Like, what's Dimps doing?
Street Fighter 5.
Oh yeah.
Man, when's Rumblefish 3?
That would be nice, but
Okay, look, Rumblefish 2 Special is coming out first, right?
I'd actually be very pleased with that.
I'm waiting. I've been waiting for that for years. So.
Wait, didn't that actually happen? I thought when Rumblefish came out on Nesca, it actually got updated with balance changes and stuff.
Did it?
I think it did actually. Yeah, like minor stuff, but yeah, there was like some bug fixes and a couple balance changes. Not like all the time.
Nobody still plays it.
No, I see videos all the time. People play it, just not like.
It just never got a console release.
Wait, so would you say that it is just about as big as Blade Arcus?
No, I'd say it's bigger. I'd put it on the level of Dark Awake.
Whoa.
Chaos
Yeah,
Breaker.
that's about right.
Yeah, Chris, we're putting it on the level of people actually played it and enjoyed it.
But yeah, I mean, I'd like to play it because I really want to play Alan and Boyd, especially Boyd these days. He looks so cool. Just points at people and they die.
Yo, I got scorpion points lit up.
Yeah, and then he's just like he's just like an old man who puts up the old pugilist like Marquis of Queensberry hands. She's like, come on now.
Put up your dukes.
Hey, we had Rumblefish 2 in SoCal for like 5 hours or something like that before they locked all the content behind the Nesca wall.
Oh man, come on.
Just a layover, huh?
Why
Yep.
would they do that? That's like a waste of money.
What it is it's all rights based. So everything that Roundwood has in America, they actually literally own the rights to use.
That's such a weird thing.
Thanks, TPP.
I mean, they are literally they are meticulous with going through all the proper channels.
So it's like a license agreement that they have to buy, and I bet you it's like only temporary. They have to re-up it every year. I bet.
I don't know, maybe not.
Can I buy a Nesca card and then for like $200 give myself the ability to play these games?
Nope.
I wish.
You just play it on Steam because it's the same freaking concept.
No, it is
Come
not
on
the
now.
same concept. Okay, because if it were the same concept, you would have to put money into Steam every time you play.
I mean, technically, I do every time I open Steam.
Let me
I
play
seem to be
Dota at
losing
the
money.
arcade.
No, Jesus.
Dota
I mean, you're
arcade.
already playing it at the gym.
All the time.
Just
Yeah, all the time.
Just sweating
And
all day.
Anytime somebody shit talks your CS, you're like, bro, how am I supposed to CS while I'm squatting 300? Like,
No, but I always would like a collaboration like that, or just put everything on PC these days. Come on, all those cabs are just modified and ripped like
That's what I'm saying.
super basic Windows XP. All that junk.
That's
Come on now.
exactly what the point is, and I think SNK is embracing this a little bit more than everybody else because like their last 3 big recent releases are on Steam now, so I think that's a very real market for them. Maybe someday we'll get the Xbox version of NGBC on there, or maybe they'll remix KOF 11 and not make it laggy. I don't know, but I think Last Blade or whatever they plan on doing with it will probably find its way on Steam, and if not, just to see how everybody feels about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want to see something happen. I like not knowing how to play Last Blade. That's the only way it's fun. You ever played somebody who knows how to play that game? It's not fun at all.
Yeah, like Koreans, they're amazing.
Jesus.
They play Kagami and you don't do shit to them. You're just like, come on, man. This guy pulled out the protractor and he keeps approaching me at this 30-degree angle, and I can't touch anything because I'm getting fucked.
All I got is really
Everything
bad
he's doing
stats.
is safe.
Just
What
play
do you
Setsuna.
do?
Man. I like how people are like, man, Setsuna looks so good, but he does so bad damage.
No, what you do is you pick Setsuna against Kagami, and then when he comes diving at you at that 30-degree angle, you just grab his dumbass out of the air, throw him to the ground, and shank him.
I believe that. That would work.
It's the shit you do.
I would
I
respect
play
that.
Peachy again.
It's very hard to do, by the way.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like that never happens. That never works when I try it. But onto good news. Apparently, SoCal getting more riches in the form of Nesquik versions of games that are not out anywhere else in America. More specifically, BlazBlue, not Chrono Phantasma. You guys got something called Central Fiction now.
Chinatown Fair.
Yep.
yeah, we got that.
Got that CF out of nowhere.
I mean,
Finally.
it was out of somewhere.
We can stop calling it CP, and I'll feel uncomfortable when someone asks what we're talking about.
Chinatown Fair. It doesn't get much better.
What the fuck? But you guys got the try.
That guy
it,
over
right?
there, he's got a really sick Zangief. Also, I think he sells crack, but
What'd you say, Chris?
I was saying you guys got to try it out, didn't you? You guys
Yeah.
have been playing that all weekend.
I mean, I only went the one day.
he only went to shake his head and yell at the little kids. Come on.
I mean, there is a little of that.
Look at this game. It's got like 365 colors. Come on now.
Ooh.
Back in my day, we only had 16 bits, and we had to go pick them up at the store. A shave and a haircut cost 2.
So we only had 14 left?
Yeah, dude, you gotta use it sparingly.
Man. It was interesting and actually pretty cool to, even though I'm not the biggest BlazBlue fan by any stretch of the imagination, to have a game on this release same time that Japan got it was pretty surreal. Just because that, as far as I can remember, has never happened. So
Not without a lot of doing.
So it was really cool to see a lot of like really excited people trying new things out.
Kind of learn things in tandem or in parallel with the Japanese scene.
Yeah, just kind of seeing people try things out, talking to people, who play the same character, trying to figure out what's changed or what properties are different, because nobody knows yet. I mean, there's maybe some tweets on Japanese Twitter, but I can't read that shit. So
Yeah, right. I know Alex is on it, right?
Yeah, it was fun. I played it the one time.
and
That's
he's
it?
really, really upset about Bullet.
What'd they do to her?
Now or something? Like worse?
Yeah, I wrote a thing about it. Like, I'm not fucking reiterating any of this garbage anymore. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm really waiting for 9 though. 9 seems really cool. Let's see how that goes.
Tager seems really cool. Counter hit.
He
5C.
there's some stuff that looks good and bad. There's just the only thing I'll complain about with Bullet, because this is one of those why are you doing this kind of things. So you know how like she makes the lock-on circle?
Yeah.
You can just hold that down in the current game, right? Like an EX.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't want to fire it off, you just press back and you cancel it. In CF, they took that option away. So to cancel lock-on, it's a committed fake. So you have to do back and lock-on at the same time. There's no option for you to actually fire it off. And I was like, okay, maybe they thought that was too strong. It wasn't, but maybe they thought that. Whatever. Who am I to question the wisdom of Team Blue and Mori's judgment, right? So Naoto, the new character, apparently has drive fakes where he just has this long chargeable spike that murders you that he just gets to stop. And I'm just like, oh, that's great.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I guess they listened to that fucking Event Hub's tier list that thought Bullet was the best way too much.
Holy crap.
Yeah. No, you don't understand, man. What it is that they need to make the new character unique. So to make him unique, we'll give him stuff from other people and then take that away from the others.
Yeah. Now he's Whew. But she seems like she might be in a better spot. Maybe. Probably not.
I mean, true, man. It's going to take some time, right? You got to get used to the character.
It's in a spot that Alex don't like.
I don't like it, man. Like, they gave her two or three things that she needed, and then they took, like... It was like, hey, man, you know how you had trouble, like, paying bills and, paying your home, and eating? Well, we're going to give you free food, but now you don't have to worry about paying your home because you're homeless.
By the way, you got to buy your forks.
Yeah. But, hey, free food, yeah?
Yeah, free food, just use your hands and eat like an animal.
Yep.
In the streets.
And that works.
Hey, what are you trying to say about me, Chris?
I'm just saying, if you're going to eat like an animal, might as well do it in the streets. They did you a favor.
That's what I do.
If you eat like an animal inside somebody's house, it's just like you get hit with a spray bottle.
I mean, that's just rude.
That's why Thea did that to me last time I was there?
Yep. Exactly why.
Damn it.
But that we all know the pain of watching your character who was not even good get nerfed already.
No, it's not that she wasn't good. It's that she just had to be played a particular playstyle. And, like, honestly, it's not one of those things where I'm just kind of, like, yelling into the ether. I don't even complain at the arcade. I'm just like, oh, that was changed. Oh, that's not there anymore. Oh, that's new. Hey, let me talk to the other Bullet player. The Hulk theme plays, and it's just me, lonely guy walking towards the change machine. Like,
hey, come on now. SKD might play Bullet sometimes randomly.
Yeah, that's true.
It's you and him.
It's people on the internet. I don't have like any of the local guys be like, yo, my man, you know how fucking much I'm suffering right now? Like, I might tear up. It's just like,
all
choke this shit down. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's looking.
Yeah. But honestly, she might be better. It's just one of those things that I'm not going to put the time into it right now to really play at the arcade and learn her, because I've really packaged together EX Bullet in my mind. And with NEC coming up, I don't want to have my brain be damaged of thinking, oh, I should never do lock-ons anymore because they're bad.
Oh, yeah, because you guys are going to be playing on CPEX for a while now.
Yeah, for a little bit at least. So
yeah.
I want to keep that crisp until I can get Central Fiction on console, and then I can be like, all right, I get to sit down and completely relearn a character. I'm fine with that.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got more than NEC now. Now you guys got, this anime Ascension thing coming up in February. It's going to be a UCI. Apparently going to be including Exerd, CPEX, and Uniel. And it wasn't until I saw that lineup that I was like, man, we're behind again. I'm like, who watches these tournaments anymore? But yeah, so this is an official Access thing. This is Access Games is putting on I guess you can call it a major event at UC Irvine, a home of, or former home of SoCal Regionals, February 28th. You see, like how I did that, right? I just fit that in there, like just like shoot.
Yeah, that accidentally saying something.
In case you forgot.
In case you forgot, Valle used to have his shit together.
Okay. Let's continue.
No, I want to go off on that one. Let me get my Tecate cracked real quick. Hold on a second.
Oh my god, please.
Anyway, so yeah, Access Games is like, they want to do what, they want to give back to the community. They want to run some event. They want to run an event like, centered around the games that they are attached to. This is not going to be every Air Dasher, obviously. This is going to be ArcSys related Air Dashers. So you're going to see Unio because it's published by ArcSys, and you're going to see BlazBlue and Exerd. Surprising not seeing Arcana Heart there, considering Tone's going, but whatever.
He's there to run the side Arcana.
Yeah, exactly, right? They're not even going to kick him off the setup. They're going to be like, oh, we own this shit. It's all right.
I think the other cool thing is there's pod bonuses and like rather significant ones.
Now, is that true? Like, I wasn't sure if the way the article worded it.
No, this is officially on their website. If you go to accessgames.com and just dig around for Anime Ascension.
Exerd has a $2,500 payout. Chrono Phantasma $1,500 and Under Night of $1,000.
And there's going to be a playable Revelator demo. So
Yeah.
That's plenty of reasons to go.
In the demo, you can only play Jam versus Jam. Volume is max.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, can we not have this, please? We don't need this, all right? I
All
will
the
shut
dogs-
down that entire event.
Oh,
if this
wow.
happens.
I just realized
Kill the whole
something.
thing?
Exerd has English voices. What is English Jam going to sound like? Is it just going to be someone screaming into a mic with, like, feedback and, like...
Yeah, she's just going to,
Have you ever screamed into an oscillating fan?
Yeah.
It's
You
gonna
know
be
what?
that.
Hold on. How about this? How about for English Jam, we just get Kirby, Superstar Kirby from when he got the microphone power up? And we just use that's it.
Ooh, I like it.
That's all I want. Yeah, that's it.
Actually, I have an idea exactly what it would be. I don't know, Chris, if you want to play this video, but I think it's dead on.
Oh, God, what is this? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I think that's exactly what it's going to be.
All right, I'll play the audio for this.
It's English Jam. You got to play the video, man. Like, the audio doesn't do it justice.
What the fuck is this? Oh, my God. For the record, Vaya has his stuff together. Everybody calm down. Jesus Christ. No
He's
shots
got
were
all of
fired.
his stuff together.
Wednesday
in
Night
little
Fights is
lines.
awesome. Jesus. Can't even
Whoa, hold on.
can't
No.
even rib a guy anymore.
Hold the
Jesus.
fuck back. Hold the fuck back, Chris. We can't make that statement considering none of us have gone.
Accurate.
So we can only say Wednesday Night Fights is there and people seem to like it.
That's what I said.
Fair enough.
We're just gonna say it. That's what I said, and everybody calm the fuck down. That's the other thing I said.
Schrodinger's Weekly.
Look, I think you need to play the fucking video.
I'm trying to set up the video, man. It was just like, hold on, I gotta stretch it out real quick.
Oh, shit.
This video is ridiculous. Where do you find this crap?
It's a bird. Where do you think I found
This is
it?
American Jam, take one. Jesus Christ.
I like that bird better, where the one that always goes, fucking legend!
What the hell, man? You got. Oh my God.
I understand this bird on such a deep level.
You're an idiot.
Oh, she's my alt, so I can't even complain.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she sounds like.
Man.
Oh my God. So yeah, that's what American Jam is gonna sound like, I guess. Either that, or they'll probably give her something completely unfitting, or maybe they'll just give her like her original voice and just give her subtitles because just like there's no way we're just matching this. It's a lost cause.
We can't live up to this hype.
But yeah, it's like me at the intro of this show where I'm just like, yeah, I can't do that. Yeah. So that's cool. Shout outs to Access for supporting the game. Shout outs to Jabali for starting Air Dasher tournaments.
Also,
You need to stop. You're just trying to light everything on
I'm
fire.
lighting everything up tonight, baby.
a secondary shout out to Axis for obviously outsourcing their graphics on their website and getting a new logo for Anime Ascension. Way better, guys. This one's not shredding my eyes to pieces.
Very nice.
Yeah, top
Although
notch.
it does really kind of look like the Albertsons.
Look, dude, if I could get animated Albertsons, I'd be happy. Like,
That'd be fine.
I mean, that's fair, I suppose.
yeah, it's like,
Oh,
hold
wait,
on.
is it? Albertsons too expensive.
Wait, does Albertson still even exist?
Yeah, they do.
Down here it does.
Ah, I mean,
You know what? Just how about this? How about you give me anime at Stater Brothers? Yeah.
Why don't you give me anime at the dumps?
It's already there.
You're right.
Oh man, we believe in anime. Trust us, guys.
I played Guilty Gear.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't.
Nope.
Don't deserve shit.
You can hold that shit
I gotta hold
forever.
that. This is what you do when Paul tries to rib you on Twitter, and all of a sudden people just like, I hate this guy.
That was a fire that I didn't intend to light. I have to be completely honest with you. I just want to give you shit.
Actually, can we? I think the funniest thing to me is some dude basically snapping his fucking suspenders, going like fucking like old-timey lawyer on you. It's like, well, you see here, you don't know shit about fuck. Why were you up there? Who made this decision? Heads will roll.
Like, don't you know who I am? I started all this shit. I did not okay this decision. So if you weren't on Twitter, apparently, Paul was ribbing me on your birthday. It was your birthday when this happened, was it? It was like the day before or something?
No, it was Tuesday because that was when Revelator got announced for spring.
No, it wasn't. It had to be Wednesday because people were complaining about how it wasn't even Tuesday.
Man, okay, maybe that might be true then.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna talk about how this affected me, obviously, because it's bullshit. Like people are just gonna say whatever they want, and I obviously can't change their minds. I talked to some gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, and I had them see it my way, more or less. Let them know that, hey, you got some problems with commentary. Maybe you should step up to the plate, or you and your boys ought to probably get something going, maybe. Because everybody who wants to be there was there.
I think the best thing that came out of all of this is that nobody seemed to have ever paid attention to the tweets Seglia put out.
Nope. 4 months ahead of time. Chris Segula.
Chris Caligula.
Count Segula.
Thank you. Count Segula. There it is. Count Segula.
So Chris,
after Evo Games got announced last year, at the end of January, actually, put out a tweet saying, if you want to do Evo commentary, send me a demo reel. Then, a couple months later, he did it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I retweeted it. I think a bunch of people did. And you know who paid attention to it? Apparently fucking nobody.
Nobody. Except everybody who was already talking to him about this stuff.
I think there might have been exactly one guy, but we have to confirm with Seg.
That's true.
There might have been one guy that did it.
He said he got one, and everything else was a recommendation. I just want to point out that the recommendations aren't a bad way to go. Obviously, Seg's going to have to trust some people when it comes to picking who's going to do what. At least in that situation, he's going to have to, because literally nobody was sending him anything. Some people, and now getting back to Wednesday, some people were upset because, in addition to me being in top 8 in Exerd, there was also a question to the legitimacy of whether or not he actually asked for anything. And we retweeted it, we found links to the actual tweet, and the amount of attention that it got was next to zero. That, of course, didn't stop certain people from still bitching about it, but whatever. We can't help those guys.
You're never going to stop that.
No, I'm not, and I don't want to stop that because it's not my problem. My problem is whipping these motherfuckers into shape. I see a lot of people that were, even during Evo, that were not the happiest with, my work and what was going on there. And I was like, you know what? I hear you. Because if it was me in your position and somebody was blowing KOF commentary and I was listening to it and I was upset by it, I might be like, you know what? Fuck these guys.
That's all I have to say.
Oh, my God. Great job, Tony. No, seriously, right. I want to help the scene. I want to get them in a position where they don't have to go through this anymore, because I don't think they took it seriously. And that's the message I'm getting there. They only took it seriously when it ended and they were all upset about something. And then, Paul basically opened the floodgates on that unintentionally, but people had just been sitting on emotions for all that time, and they never once thought about, that was the part that bothered me. They never once thought about, like, hey, how can we change this next year? They were just like, I'm going to save this complaint for 4 or 5 months and then just hit him with it out of nowhere. He doesn't even know who I am. And I'm just going to call in to question his work ethic.
I think, Chris, we need to question Segli at this point. Oh wait, he's a professional broadcaster. He might actually know more about this kind of shit than most people.
Quite possibly.
So maybe people should send their demo reels in.
Right. I mean,
If people wanna fucking have that right to complain because of this or that, and they didn't do shit about it other than fucking complain, then what did you accomplish?
you
Yeah,
kept it
because
real.
I mean, even if for whatever reason you're not good at comment, that's fine. Not everybody can be. Not everybody wants to be. Hey, maybe if you have somebody whose commentary you do like, you could have poked them, been like, "Hey, dude, I'd really like to see you at Evo. You should fucking send something to these guys."
Yeah.
Or how about you give me your footage, I'll piece it together, what I think are the highlights, and send it in for you.
That's even a thing too. Is people could help. Like if certain broadcasters or commentators don't fucking have the know-how to do a demo reel, then ask somebody to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
no
if I
shame
want
in
to give
that.
a demo reel to Seg, I'm gonna ask Segs for help, but he's gonna be like, "You fucking suck, get out of here." And I'm like, "All right, I tried."
Jesus. I mean, but the thing was just like they waited for like that year. They wanted G-Unit to take care of everything. They're like, hey, when's that after party suite? It's gonna be hot. I'm like, yeah, it probably will be. And then you can all get together and complain about how bad the Evo tournament was instead of talking about how you can make it better. Like, it's just that shit's backwards, man. Like, you can't complain about it because it wasn't perfect and then be like, I've got no solutions. Why should it be my job to fix this? Like, I'm going to do better. I'm going to learn as much as I can with the time that I have. That's not even a question. But if you can't come up with any options, like if you're just going to come at me and scream in my face about like shit that I didn't do right 4 months ago, brother, you got the wrong motherfucker. Like that shit don't fly. Like, I'll listen to you. I'll listen to everybody. I'm not going to shut anybody down. But you got to come with me with some actual answers,
I think who we need to question are the people that consider me a loose cannon and won't let me get at this top 8 commentary.
I mean, you need to talk to them about that, man. I don't know where they get that from.
I'm a loose cannon, apparently.
You're a loose cannon. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, you've always had a very professional demeanor on commentary.
No, I'm a loose cannon, man. I might say some shit.
You're a loose cannon.
I might say some wild shit.
You can't be worse than Julia, man, dropping F-bombs and pulls, man. Shit. That's right. I dimed him out. Nobody even gave a shit.
God.
I'm just saying, like, it's just, if you want to be a part of this community and contribute something, you got to do better than that. You got to treat this like a business, man. They're paying you money to be up there. They're not just going to say, oh, man, I heard you commentate at such and such weekly on this part of the continent. I want you to come work for me, even though you're just more or less unproven to them. You
can't just be like, man, I wish I could be, I wish I could have been like fucking, Capcom community manager, but they gave it to Combo Fiend, and I never applied, and I never did anything. I never talked to anybody about it. Fuck.
Like, people be like, who the fuck is Mike Ross? What has he ever done?
Yeah,
like, well, apparently he applied for the job. Shit.
Yeah, right? He put it in the resume. Yo, he got it.
Damn. And then people over here talking about like, oh, I'm not going to change my behavior for anybody. I'm like, who's asking you to change your behavior? Just don't be a dick on the mic. Like, is that your whole demeanor? Then what? Why are you complaining then? Because there wasn't somebody on the mic doing what you do? Anyway. I didn't want to get mad about that. And I'm not mad because that's unhealthy. Woosha. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2,
I'm not mad
3.
I'll just be I'm not mad either. I'll just be a huge dick to everybody until my mind changes otherwise.
I'm not even dissing nobody. I think people have every right to do what they want to do on their own streams and their own scenes. Not even, whatever. If they let him on Evo commentary, a lot of people have problems with Z. If they keep letting him on the mic, let him learn whatever he wants to learn. Somebody else talk to that motherfucker other than me, Because it's not my place to tell him how to do his job. But I won't say that he's not doing it. I won't say that somebody else deserved to be up there. I won't say that, there's 100 other people at said event that nobody even knew was happening that could be doing a better job than him when I wasn't even there to put my hat in the ring,
I'm just saying that my thoughts are criticism's fine, and everybody is a critic. So nothing wrong with people being critical of commentary or whatever. It's the only way people are going to learn. But at a certain point, if you're not trying to actually do something to make it better or get people who are better up there, then you're just yelling in the wind. And I mean, hey, you're more than welcome to do it, but don't be surprised if people start ignoring you.
And I don't want them to be ignored. I want these guys to fucking come up, because they're in the position I was in. Like, I was in that position less than 3 years ago, just shouting into a mic on Hans's stream at Southtown Arcade, you know, into an audience of 1,500 people, and it dwindled rapidly. But that was me. Like, I was there talking about, I ain't gonna change. I'm gonna drop all the F-bombs, man. We're gonna talk shit. We're gonna smoke some blunts. Man, there's this homeless dude out in the stairwell outside. I'm about to get high with him, you know?
Nah, just
All
like
that
the
garbage.
old Hell Pockets and Frines dark history.
Like the dark
The
ages
dark
and stuff.
history that fucking no one can talk about no more.
But I'm just saying, like, you gotta grow up, man. Like, and if you're not gonna grow up, at least understand and respect that some people are starting to treat this like a business, especially at EVO. You know, this is no longer hang out in the freaking cigar bar and talk about fighting games with your buddies on a microphone in front of 100,000 people. This is a job. You do your fucking job. That's it.
And I think, you know, people also need to realize that not every stream has the guidelines or the rule set that something like Evo does. So there are going to be a lot of different commentators, and people are going to like certain kinds of commentary because it's more informal. It's more just like friends talking back and forth, and that's cool too. But that's not what this is about,
Right.
because it's not up to us to decide how Evo is.
Yeah, there's going to be times that if you do EVO commentary, they're going to say, talk about this. Don't talk about this. Be extremely rudimentary. Like, they love saying that. Alex can attest to that.
What?
They want you to
Talking
be...
about the NASDAQ.
Sometimes they want you to be so basic with your commentary that you're basically, like, you know, quoting the manual.
Nobody ever gave me fucking guidelines.
Really? Damn, they don't trust you at all.
Look, no, they trust me to know what the fuck to do. You know what was exactly his fucking thing to tell me? They're like, hey, just don't say fucking.
Oh, no, not second. I'm talking about Joey, man. Joey's always telling me, like, hey, man, keep it basic for those people that don't know how to play this shit. And I'm like, man.
Okay, this is where you fucked up. If you think Mr. Wizard has said to me one word besides "we don't care," this is the last year Third Strike's gonna be here. That's the last set of words he said to me. By the way, he hasn't told me shit since. I wasn't even told I was a loose cannon in my face. This was fucking like other people through like third wave fucking venues telling me, it's like, yeah, you're a loose cannon.
What is that even based off of? Like,
It's based off of his. You know why you're a loose cannon? Because sometimes they saw that you pick SA3 Alex, and they were like, we can't have this guy down.
This guy, he's wild. He might do anything.
This guy, stun gun? Really?
This guy's got no qualms. He's got no qualms.
This guy's either going in believing that he's gonna hit this shit, or that he doesn't need this shit, and that's crazy either way.
oh, man.
Like, look, I kept my shit mad colloquial, and I kept it to different levels of explanation. Nobody fucking told me exactly what to do, and if they had, I would have fucking laughed in their face.
Yeah. And I was in the same position.
Like, they trust you to have a certain level of fucking professionalism, right? And if you want to do it, and you've already basically said this, like, you kind of have to adhere to their most minimum of guidelines.
Yeah.
Like, no one's saying that you can't bring your personality into EVO if you are chosen to do, you know, either the pool play, top 8, whatever. But, you know, obviously they're not going to be cool with you saying fuck or being, hey, let me make some really horrible joke about a topical news thing and bring it up as a reference to people getting blown up. Like, that shit doesn't fly. It's fucked up. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Especially even more now when we have huge amounts of sponsors and Nintendo basically looming over the event.
They're waiting for that stuff to go down, too. They're just like, please mess up, because we can't wait to snatch this shit back.
Like, I don't even think they want to snatch it back, but they obviously want to protect their product.
Right.
And they can't have it associated with, you know, a certain level, like that extreme level of jackassery.
No.
So, you know, if you want to do this, like, I love all types of commentary. There's people that are super dry, that are very technical and, you know, easy to listen to for an explanation. And there's also people that just want to fuck around and, you know, be jovial and be, you know, very casual about it. And that's fantastic. Bring that personality to it. But guess what? The only way you're gonna get there is if you actually fucking submit a demo reel.
Yep.
How could you be Cable and Deadpool when you guys didn't even try?
Damn.
What?
That's damn true. That's damn true.
Because Deadpool's a shitty character. I'm sorry, everyone, but he sucks unless it's in the right environment. A Deadpool comic was trash, and Cable's so goddamn dry. It's like, who cares? Together, they brought like the fucking buddy cop nonsense almost to it. It was such a great run.
Cable and Deadpool was really good, but the original Deadpool comic, the Joe Kelly run, is really good. You're missing out if you thought that was bad. I'm sorry, man.
I haven't read it.
Also, the only other times is that I like Deadpool is when he's with fucking the Great Lakes, whatever they fucking are.
Great Lakes Avengers.
Well,
Right,
they're
those are
not.
pretty
They're not
good.
always the Avengers. They were the X-Men and the fucking all the other shit. They keep changing their name.
The Great Lakes Jobbers.
Yeah. Jobbers? Are you kidding me? They got Squirrel Girl on the team.
Oh well.
Wow.
All right,
They got Squirrel on the team. She goes nuts.
Jesus Christ. What was that?
Tony, did you get into Chris's beer? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hit the
I'm
showers,
actually
walk.
feeling
Hit the
good
showers,
today.
Walkman. You're done for the day.
Oh man,
Woo-wee.
that helped me calm down a little bit. Anyway, I want everybody to submit a rule. If you real. If you got some chops, commentary wise, analyst wise, whatever, send it to Chris Seg at Chris Seg on Twitter. Follow him if you need to. He's got plenty of important tweets concerning production surrounding Evo and other FGC events that we work on.
And he really doesn't tweet that much, so he's not going to like blow up your time.
Not at all.
So
It's probably the
I don't
perfect
know
guy
if
to
I'm
follow.
going to Evo this year.
Yeah,
I mean, I say that,
actually,
and realistically, I probably am.
yeah, I'm about to say, come on, man, Jesus.
I don't know if I'm going to do anything at Evo this year.
What do you, well, now you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking go to Evo and get a nice-ass hotel room. I'm going to get a big old fucking, like, suite or some shit like that. And then go nowhere. I ain't going downstairs. I ain't seeing shit. I'm staying in my room. Fuck all of you.
What year was it that we almost did that? Like, I think LeBron had a room, and I was just like, I only have to go outside to commentate, and the rest of the time I'm just gonna like sit in the like bathtub and drink my beer or something.
Yeah. I think that was 2012.
That might have been 2012. Yeah, I think so. That was a good year. Hopefully, we can relive it again with KOF 14 at Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I can only hope that Metaphysics comes back.
Metaphysics wants to come back. He has been, like, Abe has been talking about this stuff a lot lately. Like, I'm kind of like asking him, like, hey, man, like, you know, you got out, right? Like, you don't need to talk about this anymore. He's like, nah, man, I got an opinion.
He's institutionalized, dude. We can never really get out.
Dude, man, Abe's looking good. Like, he started drawing again. He's starting playing music. He lost weight. He got a job. I mean, like, why would you come back to the FGC?
Yeah, come on, man. You look how fruitful your ventures have been once you left, man.
Like, you're
Come
happy and stuff. Like, you don't have to hang around people you don't like. Everybody that you do like still talks to you. Like, what do you have to lose? Like, you know, this stable.
He's in the Inland Empire, dude. Like that's like being Emperor of Hell. Like,
Speaking of which, I might be moving there if I get a job.
oh Jesus, Tony.
Redlands, baby. I'm gonna be in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Wow. Why?
Because I don't know.
Because
Things need to change.
You
Things done change.
You just enjoy torturing yourself, like.
Well, I mean, if it's any indication of torturing myself, I'm feeling incredibly amazing by not caring about anything anymore. So
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Like, I just don't really care anymore. I just want to.
I'm almost getting to Gibby level of apathy.
No, man, that's almost
Dude,
dangerous.
Tony, just do what I do. Just follow me. We'll go to Atlan. We'll find a place to sell churros.
You gotta care about churros.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that. Let's go to TJ.
You're not down.
And then let's immediately leave. Like, you know, this was a mistake. Let's just get out while we still can.
You're not down.
By that time, all my tires had already been slashed and we were stranded.
Slashed. You mean stolen?
Well, both.
Son, they will steal the cream out of your coffee. Like, you're just gonna stare at it and be like,
Be like, whoa, this is a lot darker coffee than I remember. How'd they do that?
So anybody see that Taken 7 slow-mo? That's pretty awesome. How come it took this long to get that in that game already?
it's been there.
Yeah, it's been in 7.
No, I mean like in a game.
Oh, I don't know, because it's kind of dumb.
No, it's not. It's awesome.
I mean, okay, so from a spectator standpoint, it's totally cool. And I really do like the fact that it would be like, if there's double KOs or some guy just like, what was that move? I know that he's not in the game. Bruce? Isn't like his forward 2 or whatever, where he like leans his head to the side and punches you in the fucking face.
It's like
Like,
so
I would
fucking subtle. It's like I missed
Yeah,
it.
like I'd like to see that in slow mo, where he's like, "Yeah, I fucking dodged your high attack, your high punch, man. Boom, just crushed your fucking skull open." But I mean, it's cool from a visual standpoint, but that's like the same thing about like, yeah, dude, I love cut-ins and fucking time stop and all these fucking.
Well, I'll say
players.
this. They did it right in 7, where it doesn't always trigger. It only happens when both characters are at critical health, and the game thinks there's a possibility of a KO. Because there's definite instances where people just whiff right in front of each other, and it does the slowdown. That's shitty. But you do get cool instances like the one that happened at Master Cup, where the guy at critical health dodged a mid with Dragunov's short swing blow and just elbowed the shit out of him, and you got that shit and and that guy just got to watch it for the last it's like, hey, did you just get knocked out of the tournament? Well, keep watching.
Hey, since it was in slow mo, did the guy just look like he just like, I must go to my home planet now and just fucking leave?
Dude, he
the ceiling?
uppercutted them into orbit, man. That shit was
Yeah,
gone.
he's just like, oh,
Team
he's
Rocket.
gone.
See, what would have been cool is if the guy that he beat with that had the halo, because when you lose with that, your character just hovers into space.
Oh my god.
See, stuff like that's neat. And people need to realize that Street Fighter 4 fucked it up because the KO happens after.
Yeah.
So you really never get to that like kind of visceral impact. Third Strike actually made it to where you get to see the moves start up.
Like before the kill, or
yeah, before you get to see like a very subtle set of the animation. Like you always know exactly what happened when you get pieced. Like even with quick attacks, you get to see them fully animate, barely get to the hit spark, and then the KO happens. It's not like 4 where it's like KO sparks everywhere. It's done. Yeah, very just a jarring animation. Like there's smoothness to it.
I like how they did in Tekken.
And actually, Revelator introduced something like that, where I think they left it in, where it does like that Samurai Showdown sound effect, and like it flashes red on the screen real quick.
Really? I haven't seen that.
It's only when I think both characters are in critical health. And I think it's a clash at critical health it'll do it. It's weird. I'll find a video of it later, but Revelator or Exert in itself has the zoom in when you KO people, so you know exactly kind of what happened. You get to watch it at different angles. Very reminiscent of like Soul Calibur. Stuff like that's neat when done well.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of feel like once you have a solid game, you should work. You should work on dumb stuff like that.
The polish.
Yeah.
The polish. It's like, just dumb stuff. It's like, hey, like Virtua Fighter even did it. Like you kill somebody with like Brad Burns like 2-2K, like 4-4K, and you get like the replay goes bam, bam, bam. Like the Walker Texas Ranger kick.
They should bring back like cool win poses that are like based on how you won the round. Like maybe if you hit with a certain move, it'd be like you would do something specific, like the extra disrespect.
I forget what was that most popular.
Third Strike had that.
Third Strike.
If you killed somebody with Oro Genki Dama, he would
He'd ride on it.
Yeah, he'd like summon the Genki Dama back and fly away. So apparently nobody's really talked about this that much. There's hidden win poses in Exerd, and so far the only one people know is Leo.
Is that the one where he falls out of his chair?
Yeah, where the guy pulls the chair out of him, like and he just eats shit.
I thought that was just like a glitch or something, honestly.
No, you can do it on command. It's just hold dust.
That's weird.
I spent an hour testing it, and then I spent like an hour and a half trying to find one for Slayer, and then I couldn't find one, and then I just said, I don't fucking play this character anymore. What am I doing with my life?
Nothing useful.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's supposedly more. Who knows how you actually get them to happen?
Dude, I just want to see more weird stuff like that. Yeah, just more something, because I feel like with games like Street Fighter V coming out, that's just right up that game's. That's right up their alley. Like you're basically presenting a an homage to like fighting games, more or less. You know, because Street Fighter 4 damn sure wasn't it. And Street Fighter 5 seems more like, hey, we're gonna, you know, try to remind you of, you know, where we come from and whatnot. So let's put in some funky stuff. Having played the game, but
we have the Noodles KO.
see, that's cool. That's what I like. They're on the right track with that. I haven't seen anything else like that though. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff like that. That would be really weird for them to just have that and then nothing else. Like there's just a ramen bowl in every stage.
Spent $1 million on the noodle finish. We wasted all the money there. We can't do it again.
It's like, dude, do you know how hard it is to model like ramen bowls on top of a head of anybody? That's like a whole new mesh. And it's true. They are. It is.
Put more character into your games, and not characters. Character.
They should take more like, you know, I feel like fighting games should take like more cues. I'm like really mention this game every week, but they should take more cues from Kunio-kun and just have like goofy shit happening to their characters all the time.
Yeah. Damn.
Bring back big head mode.
Oh god.
We're good, man. The 90s are done.
We don't need to bring that back.
No, it's like, oh man, I can play as big head Bill Clinton.
Oh my god. That was
Unless we're playing Guilty Gear Jam, I don't want big head mode. But if we are playing Guilty Gear Jam, that shit would be tight.
That would be
Dust Strikers?
Yeah, put it in Overture, man. That make that game playable. You'll never lose your character in the action again.
I kind of want to go back to playing that game after playing a bunch of other RTS similar shit.
You mean MOBAs?
Yeah, like, how bad could this be?
Because it's a MOBA? Because it's a MOBA. That's what I've been trying to tell people, man.
Yeah.
It's actually not that bad. Honestly, like I spent some time with it. It is not a bad game. It's just not what we wanted at the time. Speaking of what we wanted at the time, who's coming to Capcom Pro Tour Finals, huh? Am I going to see everybody? Huh?
Maybe? Very
man.
maybe.
Nope.
Gibby, you coming? He's eating pizza, probably.
Yeah.
Nah.
He posted the pizza tracker in the chat. He definitely is.
He's lost in the sauce.
Yeah, man. He is definitely not showing up for the rest of this show.
They did release the schedule recently, and was I the only one that heard that it was originally 2 days?
No. I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
so it was said it was going to be a 2-day event for quite some time, and no one at the time decided to tell people, oh, this is going to be a Sony Experience. So the Sony Experience is a 2-day event. However, Capcom Cup is 1 day.
Right. I think that's where the confusion was, but they never actually clarified it. So the schedule was out. It is a all Sunday event. It is from butt ass early in the morning until pretty much quitting time, 8:30 p.m. I think. So that's pretty much a full day of Street Fighter 4 and other things. I'll be there from start to finish.
Like, excuse me, shit. It's cool that you're going to be there. What I want to know is DJ iPad going to be there?
Unfortunately, I'm here. He's not going to show up this year.
What?
Yeah, it's
all right. Then I'm not going. That's it. I was gonna go just support him.
I'm just gonna be there by myself then, just like watching Street Fighter 4 and playing KOF 14 on my own.
Look, this is what you could do. You could sit there, chill on your own. Hopefully, there's a double-decker seating like there was last year. That way, someone else spills vodka on you this time instead of me.
I tried to get to it as soon as I could, man. I had my mouth open and everything.
Yeah, you did. You caught a good chunk of it.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty
a lot
good
of it,
vodka.
fell on my nice little Capcom grab bag.
Yeah, that
Don't
kind
worry.
of sucked.
Don't worry, Chris. I'm pretty sure a bunch of rabid KOF fans will be there to play 14 with you.
I mean, maybe it'd be like me, Elric. That's about it.
Well, I have a question for you, actually, that I've been wondering since like the last Capcom Cup, and then I think like other tournaments. What the hell is it that fucking Gordon always drinks? It smells like vomit. Like strawberry vomit. I have no clue
this
what.
is definitely podcast material, right?
I'm just wondering, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck that drink is. Every time it's like, it smells like Nesquik and Barf. What the fuck?
What if it is this?
I think that's you're talking about his Hibiki, man.
What the fuck is that?
It's Japanese whiskey.
Why does it smell like strawberry vomit?
I mean, because Japanese. I don't know. I've never smelled it, to be honest, man. I just drink the stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
My bad.
I'm just wondering. It's like it's so odd to me. Like, what does that fucking smell? What is that?
I don't know, man. It got the job done last year, man. We were pretty happy with the experience. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull it off this year because it is at Moscone Center, which is the largest convention center in San Francisco, and there may or may not be a place to buy a drink, so it might be kind of weird for us to be walking around with drinks. So we'll probably have to be on our best behavior this year, which is fine. I mean, technically we're working anyway, right?
Look, this is what's going to happen. Every year people go, oh, we can't bring drinks in. You know what happens? People bring drinks in.
Oh, yeah. But we don't want to be one of those guys. We want to set the good example, You drink
Don't lie
at
to
the
me.
after party. You drink at the after party.
I drink at the party. I
Look,
drink
I
at
am-
every event.
Damn it.
So you got to tell
I
me.
mean, I completely resemble that mark.
Chris, I have two questions for you.
What's up?
One, where the party at? And two, where's the Bacardi at?
Oh my god.
Well, I can only answer one. of
One,
those.
the party is wherever you bring it. And two, don't drink Bacardi. That shit's awful.
Yeah, that
All right,
Bacardi-
so Paul answered both correctly.
that is terrible. I will be taking the week off, so if you want to hang out, I'll be all over San Francisco. Come take a picture with me if you can find me, and if you can, probably call the police or something.
Because you'd probably be passed out in the street.
Yeah, I need somebody to watch my wallet.
That'd be a good choice.
I mean,
Not going to San Francisco.
Man, you guys are like the worst friends. Jesus.
You know,
That's
hey,
my
had
heart
the
in San
hotels
Francisco.
around Capcom Cup not been like $1 bajillion a night, I would have considered going.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that because I like the fact that we are getting this nice upscale venue, but at the same time, I mean, who's going to show up? And
the players.
I mean,
NorCal?
Yeah, NorCal's going to show up. And we're all going to stay, in NorCal. We're all going to go back home after Sunday. And it's fine because we don't need to go anywhere else anyway. But it just...
It's not going to be a tournament experience if that's what you were hoping for.
Right, and I think that's what a lot of people might be expecting because there are going to be more competitors showing up here. I think they got 32 people or something. And they're going to whittle it down to top 16, then top 8. It's going to be a full day of stuff. So technically, it is kind of a tournament setting, just not the one we're used to. Anyway, my long story short, I kind of feel like maybe they might want to change programming next year.
Yeah, the thing with this is a purely spectator event. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so they won't, and it won't even
You're
be
going
like
there
last
to
year.
watch, not play. The only people who are going there to play are the people who made it in.
Yeah, like I
You
don't
didn't
think,
make it in,
there's no salty sweet.
so it's probably a good thing.
You gotta wait till NCR for that.
And is the after party going to be held at the Foundry again?
I believe so. There's nowhere else that'll take us. Like, who else is going to put up with a bunch of, drunk nerds playing Street Fighter?
I'm gonna make
pretty
sure that
sure
I
we can
drink
hold at your
all
house.
the Bundaberg, all of it if I go.
That's what you did last year.
Yeah, man, you
No,
went to
I
town on
left
that
some
shit.
in the fridge. I'm making sure nobody gets that shit.
You went crazy.
I want a Moscow Mule. Sorry, some fucker drank all the Bundaberg.
Just Tony at the corner going,
It was me. And I throw the bottles on the ground.
I'll tell you what, I've had enough. So I'm for real the only guy showing up. I'm covering this for SDR.
I'm going to find out if I'm going tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out if I'm going tomorrow too.
Wow. Because you know what we got to do, right? Got to go hit up that burrito spot again.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Maybe this time we'll see that dude
I'm
get
going to
pushed
take you guys to
into
that hot dog spot.
Oh yeah. Fuck it, let's go.
the
We gotta
hot
go to
dog spots,
Super
baby.
Burger.
Oh yeah, I got so many places to take you. Give me shit.
I got so many places to
Man,
take
I'm sure that hot dog just isn't as good as the hot dogs in Child, dude. Come on, man.
Where's this
Child?
Child?
Child, dude.
Child?
Child.
God,
Bigger. They're bigger
Really?
in Child.
Really,
They're bigger
guys?
in Child.
Really
They're way
doing
bigger.
this?
They're way bigger, dude.
They're
Holy
way
shit.
bigger in Child.
Way bigger.
God damn it. Look, man, just because they leave them sitting on the stove for like hours on end in water, in stagnant water, by the way, it doesn't make them bigger, badder, or better. All right, just
Look,
throw
some
this out
people like their hot dogs with mesquite. Some people like them covered in mosquitoes.
It's just different.
yeah.
Dude.
All right. Do we have anything?
I think we
Yes.
literally hit the bottom of the barrel.
No, hold on. I got something important.
Shit.
That's a lot.
Shut the fuck up. All right, so I was lucky enough to get into the stress test for the Overwatch beta this weekend, and I played a decent amount of it, and now I don't have it, and I am without a reason to live. So please send me money so I can break into the Blizzard headquarters.
It's not too far from you. Right?
How the hell did you get into the beta test? And I swear to God, I send them my freaking reel, and they scared. They won't even talk to me anymore.
They don't want the pockets.
They don't want these hands. I want these bullets, man.
I really like the idea of you being an alternate costume for Reinhardt, where he just takes off the fucking night helmet and he just has dreads, and I'm like, you know what? I'm way behind this.
That's totally perfect.
Like, if this would be the one time I trust Chris with my life, it's like, hey, big ass Chris wearing armor, and I got a fucking like energy shield. I'll stand behind Chris for once.
Just charge forward, big friend. You know?
Yeah, just get in there, Chris. The beers are behind enemy line.
I'll be all over that shit. That's my character too. I'm all over that guy. They won't even let me in the beta. I'm watching everybody else play this game, and they're not even good. Watch that invitational. They're not even good.
I was only in that beta that was there for like the weekend, which ended at 9 a.m. Monday, like today. So I was like, man, should I just go in late? Like, Here I am at like 7 a.m. waking up. I'm like getting showered, just did a quick shave, and I'm like, do I really need to be on time? Like
do they really need this? It's Thanksgiving week. Like, what was it going to be?
Right. Like, somebody asked me, I was like, oh, I was out buying a turkey. Like, fuck.
They were having a deal at that Albertsons.
Yeah. But the game's really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It feels like TF2 before it got weird.
There's actually some.
I watched Dave play a little bit of it. He was playing Widowmaker, and he definitely racked up the score.
Yeah, like
he was running up the numbers.
The thing that's funny is that it's very much like TF2, where you always have those jackasses that forget that it's an objective-based game.
And you have the fight running in the 90s.
Silent Survivor's better.
Wow.
The people that just care about their KDA, but then you have people that actually know how to push an objective and be a hero. People like Chris that would just play big guy.
Oh yeah, I'm in there. I'm always objective based.
Yeah. Just give me these objectives, man. I mean,
I'll do deathmatch. I'll do deathmatch. I'm down with that too. But the objective based stuff is just, that's my shit.
And we played a couple of games where I got. We actually had a team of 5 and then one rando, and it was like, wow, we're really not losing. Like, when we barely have any kind of coordination, we just kind of know how each other plays, and we're just steamrolling these other fuckers.
That feels good, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. It does. Like, when it got to the point where I could trust people, and I was like, oh man, we're pushing the objective, and time to be a jackass. I get to be Reaper and go behind enemy lines and just double shotgun people in their asshole. Time to be an edgelord.
That is the best feeling.
Yep.
When you've got so much control.
I can trust my friends to do the job, that I can go off and be irresponsible.
It's just like real life, man. It's just like real life.
It feels great.
It really do.
Yeah, but no, seriously, send me money so I can go break into Blizzard.
Tell them I won't even go hard. I won't even play like I like the game. I just want to try it.
Right? I'll give honest to God feedback.
I'll give good feedback. I'll try to break it, and then I won't even talk about it and open with it. I will not expose them.
You could send Alex money to do illegal things, or you could send me money so I could get a PC. The plot thickens.
You should get a PC.
Like I can afford one.
I mean,
Or you could send me money so I can get elective surgery.
Jesus Christ.
What?
You want to go in on that or what?
Nah, not today.
No.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. So everybody knows that. What?
I got one last thing.
All right.
There was a new crossover character announced today for Indivisible, and it was Shantae from WayForward.
It wasn't me and Gibby?
No.
This is really upsetting.
Yeah, Mike is going to get such an
Mike
angry
definitely
letter.
Promised the two of us that we would definitely be in this game.
He said, yes, Gibby and Chris, you are both in the game from here on out. Those were his words.
Verbatim. Those were his words. We're not in the game yet.
I gave him a cheeseburger.
You know what? What if Shantae is actually just me dressed up in Shantae's outfit?
I mean, that'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I just want to say that this is kind of... I think this is the first time that we'll have both Shovel Knight and Shantae in the same game, as Yacht Club Games is an offshoot of WayForward. Like, they kind of went off and made their own thing. So that's kind of cool. Think about it in that kind of regard. So I mean,
That's interesting.
Will we get
Yeah.
Uniel characters in it though?
maybe, I don't know. They could probably be like, all right, we need a crossover character. Give us like
Carmine.
Hyde or something.
With Carmine and Indivisible, that'd be great.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, wrapping this one up, I'd just like everybody to know that I turned 33 last week and immediately got sick. So
Sick.
once you enter your 30s, it's all downhill from there.
Welcome to the club of being sick
So-
in your 30s.
So thanks again for listening to Super Desperation Radio. We hope to have entertained. Yeah, probably something like that.
Educated. Here's the
Oh, educated. There you go. That's a good word.
Edumacate, please.
There you go.
We did well. All right. Thanks for everybody listening. So good night and good luck.